Hey, everybody. Good evening. This is Cleta Colson-Eyre. It is December the 15th, the middle of the month, December the 15th, 10 days till Christmas, in case you forgot. I have a little countdown in my kitchen. So every morning I'm like, how many days it is till Christmas? And just seemed like it was yesterday. I put 25 days and now we're at 15. So anyway, or at 10 till Christmas. So thanks for jumping on here today. I'm just going to spend just a few minutes today and tell you a little bit about Mary Kay, the career opportunities. And some of you may think she comes on here every week and says the same thing. But you know what? Every week we have new customers, and you just may be somebody that's like, I just need a little bit of information, about Mary Kay. And so I would love for your comments. And if you're one of my awesome director friends or beauty consultants, you can comment too and just let me know that you're on here. But if you are a guest, I really would like your comments because it's Ask Anything night. And I say, I'm glad you asked. Sometimes you have questions about something and you're like, I don't know, it sounds like it's like a stupid question, but honestly, it's not. There's not a stupid question because if you don't know the answer, and I know that, it just is easier for me to talk about the career when you have a question, actually. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of information. Let me look at my comments over here. Here we go. So I can see them over here. Deborah, Tammy, Elizabeth. Hey girls. How are y'all? How are y'all? So what I thought I would do is just tell you, just like, this is my little 5-minute story about why I joined and how I joined. And you can type some questions in the comments. And if you're a beauty consultant, you may have a question. You may still have a question too, or something that someone's asked you. Okay. So I have been in the company 36 years. I graduated from college with a computer information systems degree. Okay. Well, you might think, well, why are you selling makeup if you graduated with a computer degree? That's a good question. So I had my first job. I worked at a university that I graduated from as a computer manager, computer center operator. And then I went to Georgia and I worked for my dad. He has a printing company and I was the computer manager there. But in the meantime, I had a Mary Kay facial. And Sandra Bowes, my friend, asked me to come over to her house. So I went to her house and I had a facial. And you guys, I love the product. I fell in love with the product that night. And so I bought the basic skincare set and some concealer and some foundation. And I started using it. And I mean, my face went through a transformation in just a couple of weeks. I was very oily, broken out. And I was so honestly surprised that I liked Mary Kay because I really thought it was a little bit for more older women because my mother used it and my grandmother used it. She used to sell it even, and my aunt used to sell it. And anyway, I was 22 years old and I thought, whatever, you know how you are. And so I want to use something really cool, right? And so I bought this and then it cleared my face up. And I was very, very faithful in using a skincare system, which I had never had. So you might be watching this and think, I don't really have a system. I just, whatever's in the shower, that's what I wash my face with. My face is oily or my face is dry, whatever it is. What I found out is if you do a little skincare system and use the 5 steps, which is cleanse, exfoliate, freshen, hydrate, and protect, you have to do all 5 every single day, morning and night. Your skin is going to thank you and you're going to look a lot better. And so that's what I started doing. Well, I ended up having a Mary Kay party and I invited 5 or 6 of my friends to come to my little apartment, and my beauty consultant, Sandra, came over and we did a party. We did another party and everybody got a facial. I was the hostess. So I got a compact free with my eye colors, lip colors, and all that. And I was so excited, right, that I got the free products. And I'll tell you, after the party, all my friends bought Mary Kay that night. And I'm like, and then 3 of the girls that were sitting there, they booked parties. And I'm like, And so I was telling my mother about the great party, and she's in Georgia, I was in Arkansas, and she's like, you ought to think about doing that. They give you some extra money. So I talked to my consultant. She ended up taking me to a sales meeting, and it was in Little Rock, Arkansas, about an hour away. They had a little potluck dinner at the director's house. And I thought, wow, these women are sharp. They all have business suits on, like skirts, pumps, jackets. And I'm like, and you come out of college, you're pretty casual, right? And so I just thought, I want to be a part of it. I heard about the philosophies, God first, family second, and career third, that they live and work by the golden rule. that they have a 100% guarantee for the products that you sell to customers and a 90% guarantee for products for consultants, that if you decide to get out and send your products back to the company, you get 90% of what you had ordered within the last year. I thought, wow, I mean, it's really like, how could you lose? I love the product. I knew I would get a discount when I bought it as a consultant, right? I knew my mama would buy it. I knew my aunt would buy it, and I knew my sister would get it, right? And then my friends, she said if I signed up, she would give me those 3 parties to start me off. She's pretty smart, right? So that's what I did. I signed up to become a beauty consultant. The next week, I booked, they told me to book 8 parties to hold 5 in my first 2 weeks of the company. And so that's what I did, you guys. I held five parties in my first 2 weeks, 3 my first week, 2 the second week, or maybe 3. And I found my date book just recently. And every week they taught us to have 2 or 3 parties. So that's what I did. I was right out of college. I was used to taking, for teachers to tell me what to do. So I was a good student. So I'm like, okay. And here's what happened, y'all. I built my customer base. I would do parties. Some parties were really great. I might sell $300-400. Some I might sell only like $50, like a low party, right? But it averaged out. And so, I got my sales. I mean, I got my skills better and better. The more I did, the better I got, which is kind of how it is in Mary Kay. At first, you're not that great. My first party was $23, and so, yeah. And, but we made 50% of that. So it was like $23.50 or whatever. I think I made $11.75, and out, $11.75, and then divided by 2 hours that took, it was like $5.40 or whatever that is. And I was only making $4.05 an hour at my job. And I thought, well, even though this stunk as a Mary Kay party, it still was $1 more per hour. And so I'm like, wow, okay. Even the worst party is still better than I was making. So I continued to build my Mary Kay business, moved to Georgia, where I'm from, worked for my dad. And then I ended up going to a sales meeting with a lady that I met that was on target to win a car in Mary Kay, or she just won one, earned the use of a free car. She earned the use of a free car. It was a red Grand Am. And so I started going to her meetings, and she was very inspiring to me. And she was a DIQ, which means director of qualification. So I went to her meetings, and she had a big debut. And at her debut, I've invited 25 guests, and 13 guests showed up. I couldn't believe it. 13 guests showed up at her director debut when she became a director. And that night, 3 of my friends of the 13 signed up to become Mary Kay beauty consultants. I had recruited 3 in the 2.5 years before that. And so I had 6 consultants by the time the night was over. Well, to get on target for the first car, you had to have 5 team members, and like now it's 5,000 wholesale to get on target with you and your team. And so that's what I did. That month, I got on target to earn the use of my first free car, which was a red Grand Am. And so I finished earning the use of that, because it's a lease company car from the company. And then the company, they pay your title tax, and a lot of your insurance as well. So I just was beyond excited. Okay. And so then right after that, I put in my commitment card, so to speak, to go for directorship. I was a director in qualification. And so within 4 months later, I became a sales director. And my friend Deborah and I, we were directors together. We had our meetings, and y'all, it's just too much fun. So as soon as I became a sales director, I had a meeting with my dad at where I worked. And I said, I'm quitting. Now, if you've ever quit on your dad, I mean, like, he owns the business, right? They're like, this is a family business. And, but he said, he encouraged me. And so my brother was the one that worked there that called me in and said, you don't want to do that. This family business, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I'm doing it. You don't like your brother tell you what to do, right? And so, you guys, I've been doing Mary Kay full time. This is all I do for the last 32 years. And so it's an awesome business. It's so awesome because of many, many things. The best thing about it really is not the money. That is good, but that's not the best. The best is the friendships and the relationships with your customers, with your team members, with your sister consultants and directors. And they have become my very best friends for life. I'm not even kidding. Like, when I look at all my lists, they're all Mary Kay people. And you just can't. I mean, like, that is the difference right there. Okay. Now, yes, it is a great income too, because we make commissions on, we buy it for wholesale, we sell it for retail. So you make commissions. Our commission is 50%, up to 50%. And it's one of the highest direct selling commissions. You can look it up. We also get different bonuses for different things, for signing new consultants up, they become qualified. For getting 3 active team members, you get $100 bonus. There's just different bonuses all along that you can earn. And then as a sales director, even more. But I absolutely loved and still do my Mary Kay career. 32 years later, as a sales director, I still love my Mary Kay career. And it's kept me in the know of the beauty business. I never in a million years thought this is what I would be doing. Ever. I played basketball in college. I was more the sports girl. I could see myself actually coaching. That's what I kind of could see myself doing, like, coaching a basketball team or something like that. But, I coach a group of women now. And so it's a simple business. Life is hard sometimes, but Mary Kay is pretty simple. You share the products and you share the opportunity. That's it. You just share those 2 things. Some people will buy the products and be your customers. Other people will will hear about the opportunity like you are tonight, and they'll sign up with us and say, hey, you know what? I want to try it. I would love to be a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And now you can do it in 2 ways. You can do it online virtually, just like I'm doing tonight, or you can do it in person, or best choice, you do it both ways. I still have people come over to the house where I go to them and do facials, and I also do them online for the people that don't live near me. So that's the beauty that we have found out in the last 2 years, is we can survive a pandemic of the kind that we can't leave our house, right? And so it's been really nice that Mary Kay has stayed open, stayed in business, because we do sell some essentials like body care and hand sanitizers and things like that. And they didn't close their doors. And so, we did have some issues with some out of stock stuff, but honestly, they're managing it very well. And so the sales force were so thankful. I thought, what am I going to do if Mary Kay closes up? I mean, literally, it's all I've done. And so I was so thankful that they figured it out, right? And so I do believe one of the reasons Mary Kay has done so well is because the priorities of the company of putting God first, and then family second, career third. That was Mary Kay Ash, the founder of the company. That was her wishes. And that's how she believed. And so I love that about the company. I think that's what makes us different. Also, that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We're really not trying to sign you up and not help you and not guide you and train you. I mean, be honest with you, you could sign up and have nobody to help you. Like, if let's say you signed up and everybody was above you quit, you could go to Mary Kay In Touch. There are In Touch modules. There's MK University you just go through that would really teach you what you need to know. There's a whole module on skincare. There's a whole module on color. So Mary Kay, they say, Mary Kay consultants are overtrained and underworked. Like, there's a lot of training. If you take the time to learn it, there's no way you can say, well, I came in Mary Kay and I just didn't, no one helped me. Because honestly, you could train yourself if you can read. And obviously, if you can hear and listen to me, you probably read too, right? So, anyway, what does it cost to get started? Let me show you what it costs to get started. Then I see some questions here, and I'll try to answer those too. So here, let me go. The starter kit options. To get in Mary Kay, number one, you have to be sponsored by somebody. You can't just call Mary Kay and say, I want to be a consultant. You have to go through somebody, has to kind of recommend you, right? So you fill out whoever you decide to sign up under, your beauty consultant, they would send you a link to sign up, and through email. And then you would sign up, and then you have an option. There's a $30 option, and it's called an EStar. And the $30 option is you get a free website. You get ProPay for a year, which is the way you can take credit cards, and all the digital tools you need. You don't get anything in the mail, okay? But you are in. The 130 or the 100, that says 100. That should say 130. Let me just fix that real quick. Here we go. Let me just take that off, as a matter of fact. That 100 one, they didn't do that one anymore. Okay. We can fix it. Just that easy. Okay, so the 130 is the other option, and that is a whole starter kit and the EStar. So the starter kit has mirrors and trays. It's got 2 of the miracle sets in it. It's got a flip chart. It's got books. It's got samples. It's got a beautiful bag. It's over $400 of retail products and materials that you will use for your demos, and it's 130. And so that includes your preferred website, your web page, your personal web page, and also ProPay. Okay, it's a great deal. I mean, Mary Kay, when I did it, we had no full-size retail product that came in our kit. I mean, it was just looked like test tubes, to be honest with you. So it's so much nicer now, and you get so much more. And it's a wonderful deal. A lot of people do sign up for other companies, and you get nothing. You get a piece of paper that says "Welcome." This one, you really actually get things in it with this starter kit, and so that's what it takes. And then from there, I just met with someone today, Melanie. I met with her today, and she's signing up today or tomorrow, and we just went over what she needs to do. So what did we do today? We set up a Facebook group page, and we are both admins. She is inviting her friends. We set up her first debut party that we're going to do. And, kind of QVC style. I'm going to go through the whole skincare. And then she's going to set up her personal website, download, get the apps going. So, there's some little steps to get you going. Some of the stuff you only have to do one time. Like once you download an app, you don't have to do it like once. It's on there, right? Unless you delete it. And so there's little step-by-steps to get you started. Make an inventory decision. And then you'll be thinking about who could be my first few team members. And you would go from there. And so, you guys, I'm going to look over here. But that's like the basics of Mary Kay. It's not real complicated. I mean, it really isn't. So let me look over here. Thank you for everybody joining in with us tonight. Sylvia and Deborah, Maureen, Jamie. Cleta the cheetah. It's good to see you. Let's see. And Jamie, thank you so much. She says I'm a wealth of knowledge. And then Judith, all right, good to see you as well. So does anyone have any questions about the company? And hey, Carrie, good to see you too, that I may could answer. It's about a Mary Kay career. Anybody can think of anything that I didn't answer? I mean, you know how it is, like you could talk for days. I will just say the most common thing I get is, how do I find customers? How do you find customers? Okay, and so that's a good question. And usually you just make a contact list of people. Mary Kay used to say, pretend you're getting married, and you do a contact list of 200 people of who you invite to the wedding. And that's who you start with, your family and friends. And then you say, hey, I'm so excited. I just started a business with Mary Kay, and I'm looking for, I wanted to invite you to try some products that I have, and give me your opinion. I'm looking for the opinion of 30 women, especially in my first month. And I know I can count on you. You can say that to your friends, right? I'm sure you've done something for them lately. And then you can go from there and book appointments. And then you will look for a few people that are sparklers and say, you know what? I would love to share the opportunity. May or may not be something you'd want to do, but I just need to practice on 6 people. And that's what we do to win your pearls in Mary Kay. So, to me, it's a no-brainer. If you think you need to make some extra money, this is a great thing to do. It's a great thing to do. So if you have some questions, I'll go back and look at all the questions that you have, and I'll try to answer every one of them, be it on YouTube or be it on the Facebook group page. And but I just wanted to share that. If you are on Facebook and you would like to share this video, just go to my YouTube channel and grab it. There's a share link, and then just pass it on to whoever you want to watch it. And if you're watching this, thank the girl that asked you to watch it, because she thinks something of you. We don't look for losers to get on our team. We look for the winners. So I say, get the winners, not the whiners. So if you were asked, she thinks something of you, right? Or she wouldn't have asked you to watch this. So do her a favor and respond back with any questions that you might have. And I always say, just do it on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is, hey, sign me up. Let's get a kit ordered. I'm ready to go. And 1 would be, I'd rather eat dirt and die than sell Mary Kay. Not really, but that you're just not interested. And I always say, don't say 5, because that's confusing. 5 is like a chicken answer, either one way or the other. And then we'll go from there. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. We will not be doing a marketing call next Wednesday night, but we will pick it back up in January. Okay. But you can call your beauty consultant anytime. If you're my customer, you can call me anytime. And I would love to talk to you about the company anytime. I don't care if it's Christmas Eve, I'll talk to you about the company because I love sharing the opportunity. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a wonderful day.